so when I was little, my mom would take me to the swimming pool, and we would go, like, almost every month, like once a month, because she loved me so much. And one day we were at the pool, and we were having so much fun. She would come in the pool with me and stuff, having a great time. And so then she went to go grab our foods, because we packed some food, and then I was just sitting there, and this random man came over and sat by me, and I kind of looked at him. I didn't talk, because my mom doesn't want me talking to strangers, so I don't really talk. And he goes, "What's your name?" And I don't answer. I ignore. And he asks, "What's your name?" I ignore him again. He asks again, "What is your name?" And that time I answered, because I didn't want something bad to happen. I said, "My name's Ella." And he goes, "What's your address?" I stay silent this time. He goes, "What's your address?" I stay silent. He goes, "What's your address?" I ignore, because I don't want to tell him where my address is. And then he grabs me, and he picks me up, and he puts me in a sack, and then he puts me in his truck. And then my mom comes back, and I'm not there. So she gets really worried and all. And I'm crying because I just got kidnapped. And I'm tied up in his car, thinking of what I'm going to do, in tears. And he's just on the phone with someone, and he asks me again, "What's your address?" I don't want to answer him. I didn't answer him. I ignored him. And he asks me again, "What's your address?" I ignore him. And then he points a gun at my head. "What's your address now?" And I start crying, and I go, "Okay, it's..." I go, and I say it to him. And he goes, "Thanks." So he puts the gun back, and he drives to my house. He keeps me in the car, and he goes in there. He comes back with my mom's favorite ring and all of our money. And I start crying, and I'm like, "Stop now." And he goes, "Shut up. You're not my boss." And I'm like, "Where are you going to take me?" And he goes, "I'm taking you to my house." And so I start crying, and I'm literally crying in the car, like, what am I going to do? And my mom calls the cops, and the cops come, and they come to the house, my house, and check everything, and they see that my mom's ring is gone. And they ask, "Miss, did you have a ring that was with specially..." She goes, "Yes, it's right there." And they go, "Where?" "Oh my..." And my mom goes, "Oh my gosh, they took it." And he goes, "Okay, do you know where they might be?" And my mom goes, "No, I have no clue." In tears. And then the officers came to the exact house. I don't even know how they found me. But they did, and everything was kind of better. I was getting so freaked out. But the guy put me in the closet, and he acted like I wasn't even a thing. And so I was still in the closet trying to yell with this big thing around my mouth. And one of the officers were walking around upstairs where I was, and they heard me, but they didn't think to check the closet. And I was screaming, but then I pushed the door, and then they saw me, and then they said, "Oh, thank goodness we found you. We've been looking for your mom, super worried." And I'm like, "Good, because I missed her." And I'm like crying, screaming. And he's like, "Okay, come with me. We'll take you to your mom." And then I go, "Thank you, officer." And he goes, "It's my job." And so we get home, and my mom asks me these 3 questions. you should have said, didn't tell him anything. And I go, well, he was gonna shoot me. And then she asked this question, did you tell him what else did you tell him? And I go, I didn't tell him anything else. And then she goes, okay, that's good. Did you tell him anything else? And I said, no. And she goes, good. And then I start crying, and I couldn't fall asleep when it was time for bed. I kept thinking about what happened, and I felt so bad that my mom had to go through that with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, give us a huge thumbs up.